up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Toonami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. We are less than 2 days away. Yeah, we're less than 2 days away from Cooler dropping on Global. This is huge for Global players because other than the 5-year, this is the biggest drop for Global. And so this video is going to be all about taking a look at the units that are on the banner for the JP one, speculating about some possible substitutions that might be coming for Global, and more specifically, I want to take a look at the information on the two headliner units, the Cooler and the Cooler Gang, or the Cooler Squad, or whatever they're called, because I don't actually know what they do, sort of as a defense mechanism against wanting to be tempted by this gacha game. I tend to not look at units, stats, and info until they actually become relevant to me as a Global player, so I've already known that these guys were coming for a while because JP is JP, right? When you talk Dokkan, you talk JP. JP is the main sell for a lot of people. But since I play globally, I will look at the unit. Okay, I know that unit is coming, but I'm not actually going to be looking at the information because if I don't know, then I don't know what I'm missing. You know what I mean? Even to this day, I don't know what KFC does. I know that she's broken. I know that everyone talks about her a lot. And she's like one of the best units in the game, if not the best. I still don't know exactly what she does because I personally don't have the unit. Even though she is on Global now, I don't have the unit. So as a way to kind of trick my mind into convincing myself, you know what, you're not missing out, I don't actually pay attention to the unit. So I am kind of being a little reckless by doing this, but in all honesty, I'm probably going to get this unit because I'm going to be summoning a lot. So let's take a look at the banner itself. This is the JP banner that dropped for JP when? Like 4 months ago? 3 months ago? So we're going to take a look at the headliner units, but we're also going to take a look at the other ones that are on the banner because some of them deserve some praise themselves. So let's begin obviously with the number one, the head honcho, Conqueror of the Universe, Cooler. Conqueror of the Universe? That just reminds me of that Flash Gordon song. He's the Conqueror of the Universe. Sorry. Terrifying Conquerors or Transformation Boost category, key +2. 100%. Oh, this is his base form. Causes immense damage, lowers attack and defense. 80% for attack and defense. Transformation boost category allies 20% when facing one. Who cares? Let's just TUR. Let's just TUR. Okay, when he TURs, he becomes a Conquest of Terror and a Transformation boost lead. Both of them are the same. That's nice. Key +3, 130% HP, 170% for attack and defense. Okay, all right. By the way, I do know this because everyone's been talking about it. If you can pick this guy up, he will be crucial for utter and complete domination with the 5-year units because both of them fall under the Transformation Boost umbrella, along with a number of other crazy LRs, like the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, for example. So it would be very, very useful if you could pick this guy up. Now, I'm not trying to convince you to burn all your stones on this, don't get me wrong, but I'm just trying to say, because I kind of feel like we're getting into a situation where people, I even talked about this with Tiger on my collab with him, which by the way you should go check out. Killer intro, best intro I've ever made. We were talking about how there's so much more stuff coming now, and this can kind of be a double-edged sword for Global when it comes to the ability to look ahead. Because if you know what's coming, then you know what to prepare for, both in super attack farming or inventory management or even summoning. But the problem with that is if you have increasingly better and better and better units on the way, in theory, you never should spend your stones because there will always be something better. There will always be something better. Like if you see how good the 5-year anniversary is, can you imagine how great the 6-year is going to be? Or the 7-year? Why not save your stones so that you could go crazy on the 6th year or the 7-year? And that cycle will continue perpetually. You'll never summon. So you also have to take into account the whole purpose of a game, which is to enjoy it. The whole satisfaction element. If you pull a unit that you really, really want, that is more valuable than pulling, like let's say your favorite unit in the game is Super Boo, STR Super Boo. If you pull that unit, I can guarantee that there's a percentage of you out there that would be more satisfied with pulling that unit than by pulling the 5-year units, because that is your favorite unit. So keep that in mind. Now, I'm not trying to tell you, once again, to summon on this and burn all your stones. I'm just trying to say to keep that in mind, that it isn't just about saving and saving and saving and saving and never spending, but it's also about enjoying the game. And if you're able to pull this guy, you might be able to enjoy the game a little more. So let's get back to it. Causes immense damage to the enemy, lowers attack and defense. Okay, passive, attack and defense plus 100%. Transformation boost category allies, key +2, attack and defense plus 30% when facing only one enemy. Okay, so that also includes himself, so he and everybody else will gain 30%. Terrifying Conquerors. Oh, okay. Wow. Key +2, attack and defense when facing 2 or more enemies. Okay. That is a versatile support ability right there. Very nice, very nice. And the best part is he benefits from both. It's kind of sad that I have to mention that because recently the LR Godku, I kind of came to the realization that he leads Hybrid Saiyans, but he's not in Hybrid Saiyan, which is kind of weird. So this guy not only leads the category, but supports them pretty well, and probably is one of the best support units for this category. I'm not sure what else is out there. But let's see. Okay, when he transforms, it can be activated when there's a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category enemy starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle, or when facing only one enemy starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. Okay, that's also nice. You don't have to be fighting a specific type of enemy. You can wait until the 6th turn. I'm okay with that. Now, 6th turn, that's crazy. That's the same turn threshold that it requires for a fusion. It's 1 turn later than the Goku Black, but there is no HP restriction or anything like that. It's just the start of the 6th turn. So I'm okay with that. I like it. I like it. Now let's see when he transforms. When he transforms, that doesn't change. Leader skill doesn't change. Raises attack by 30. Okay, raises attack by 30%. Permanently causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. He does that by 50%. Now that is awesome. That alone is awesome because if you can get some additionals, woo, that's gonna hurt. Passive skill, Ki +3, attack and defense +180%, launches an additional attack that has a medium chance, which is 25%, of becoming a super attack, performs a critical hit when there is a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category enemy. Okay. So basically this is default Cooler right here. This is basic Cooler stuff. If you remember his physical type lead unit version, he basically has the same thing. The only difference is that he's now got this extra little critical bonus as well as the massive stat buffing. So he is very powerful. He is a great lead for some amazing categories. So if you can get him, obviously, if you can get the main unit, that's great. Another great thing about this guy is that he has a farmable super attack. He has a farmable super attack, and to me, that adds a great deal of appeal. So actually, let's check that out before we go back and check out the other units. He can be farmed by these two guys. So this is one of them. He's a free-to-play unit that's going to be dropping when this banner drops. The other one would have been this guy, but he's actually falling out of circulation. He is technically considered a free-to-play unit because he is available during a particular event. But the problem with that event is that it was a 1% drop rate, and it was on the final stage, which is ridiculous. So basically you had to summon the guy, and then if you summon the guy, you're going to want to save those units to actually Dokkan Awaken him into his TU, or not his TU, well yeah, Dokkan Awaken him into this guy, who's not very good, but if you're a completionist like me, you'd have to, because it would bother me if I couldn't do that. So it's really not important to worry about this guy, because when the event changes, let's see, here's the updated event. When the event changes, it becomes this. They clean it up a little bit, and the main unit will be the Tech Cooler, which can be picked up with extra boost with the Wicked Bloodline. So let's go back. He is a permanent stacker, so he is going to be an awesome Legendary Goku event unit. And you can use this guy. He has no TUR, no Awakening. Use that to feed into the STR. But not only is this guy broken, not only is this guy powerful, not only is this guy has amazing support, but he's also got a farmable super attack. So the scientists in the Super Attack Science Lab say, do it.
I shouldn't.
Do it. Get him. Up next, this guy, Haircut. This is his base. Does he TUR? He does TUR. Let's take a look at what he does before he TURs. He nerfs. Okay, so he lowers attack, causes supreme damage. Attack and defense plus 20%. Terrifying Conquerors. Okay, attack and defense plus 20% per Terrifying Conqueror allies on the team, so he can go up to 140. Very nice. Launches an additional attack that has a chance of becoming a super attack when there's an ally whose name includes Cooler on the team, and that excludes... Okay. So basically, you cannot run this guy with his TUR and hope that the TUR version will trigger his passive. It has to be a Cooler. Okay. And then when he TURs, he becomes a Joined Forces unit, I'm guessing. Yeah, because he's got Frogman, he's got Green Guy, and he's got Haircut. So I don't know their names, I don't care to find out. Terrifying Conqueror's sub-lead, Ki +3, 120%. I think this is our only sub-lead on Global. Conquest of Terror sub-lead. So both units are definitely appealing options right now for us global players. Causes supreme damage to the enemy, lowers attack and defense. Attack and defense plus 30% per Terrifying Conqueror's allies on the team, so that can go up to 210. Holy crap. Launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a rare chance of becoming a super attack when there is an ally whose name includes Cooler. Okay. So, with Cooler now on the team, he can do up to 2. That's cool. Up to 2 more attacks. He could lower somebody's attack and defense 3 times in one turn. That's awesome. That's awesome. And he is now a Joined Forces, yeah. So, target Goku. Oh, that's a JP thing. We don't have that yet. So this guy is cool. You cannot farm his super attack, though, unless you pick up those SR versions of Thouser, which doesn't happen all too often for me personally. I still have yet to rainbow this guy. I think I might actually just rainbowed him. So he's not that easy to farm for free. If you're able to pick a couple of them, actually, is he in the banner? Okay, he is in the banner. So you know what? When you summon for this unit, you might pick up a couple copies of this guy. So you can either just bump him up and Z-Awaken him to an SSR and use a 50% chance to boost his super attack for a couple. Or you can just do the work, do the grind when you have nothing else to do, and you can make him Dokkan Awaken into his SSR form, and then Z-Awaken that so that you can put a 100% chance of boosting the super attack. Anything that you can do to save Kais, I strongly recommend it, because that is Dokkaning responsibly. So that is it for Thouser. That is it for the two main headliner units. Now we're going to take a look at the other guys. The other guys are still important. Now, I mean, me personally, I don't want a couple of these, but that's just because I've been playing a lot, and I have some of these units almost 100%, but it is still very, very important that if you don't have these units and you can pick them up, that's awesome. So let's take a look at the number one guy that probably is the most important aside from the rest of these, or maybe second most important, and that is the Namek Goku. This guy has been around a couple of times. He's actually going to be a topic of discussion in just a bit because he might not actually be here, but if he is here, he is a great Legendary Goku event lead. He's also a great unit for that event. He is a Super Saiyan and Planet Namek Saga. He's just an awesome leader for them. He's basically like the Cooler, except for those two categories. He stacks defense. He can help allies with his super attack while causing immense damage. He's really, really, really good. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's just going to take forever, but if you can pick him up, great. We might not, though, because this was the JP banner. This was the JP banner. They had Namek Goku return for the first time, I believe, on this banner, which is what added to the hype, as if you didn't need any more already. So, but for us, we actually had a situation where Piccolo's banner was given the Goku treatment, because in the original version of this banner on JP, they were given the Vegeta treatment. But we had been lately getting a lot of Royal Blue Vegetas, so they decided to give us the Goku treatment on the Piccolo banner, which was just 2 months ago. So because of this, I'm pretty sure that they're actually going to be shuffling out this Goku, which kind of is weird if you think about it, because thematically, the one unit that does stick out here is probably Kid Goku, but based on the fact that he's been back a couple of times, he will probably be the one to be shuffled out, and then I don't even know who they're going to throw in, just some random unit. Somebody had mentioned to me, I don't know if it was on a stream or if it was on another, might have been on a stream, that the AGL Final Form Frieza would be a great unit to add. I would love that, but that would kind of make this a basically extreme banner. I don't know if they can afford, I don't know if it's a thing where they have to have at least two of the other, I don't know. If they can throw in a Final Form Frieza, the AGL one, which is the one unit I want the most in Dokkan, I would be so happy. But if they don't, it'll probably just be another super unit, maybe the Transforming Trunks or something like that. I don't know. So that is the Namek Goku. Up next is the Kid Goku. Kid Goku is also really, really good. He's a unit for the future. Dragon Ball Saga and Youth categories, both of them don't really get much love these days, but there will come a point where these two categories rule the meta. I'm calling it. And when that happens, this guy will be relevant. And he's also amazing. He's actually really, really good. So he is the unquestionable lead for both these categories. Nobody else exists that can come close. He is a 170% all-around for DB Saga and a 150% all-around for Youth. Causes immense damage with medium chance of stunning the enemy. Attack and defense plus 77% plus an additional attack boost by up to 59%. The more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost. And an additional defense boost by up to 59%. The less HP remaining, the defense boost as well. Key plus 1, attack and defense at the start of each turn, up to 59. Does the key go up? Key doesn't go up. Performs a critical hit when HP is 59% or less. And then he has an active skill that does pretty awesome animation as well as amazing damage. So he is a great unit. He's not relevant right now, like I said. So if you pick him up, don't get rid of him. He has a farmable super attack. Do not get rid of this guy, or do not burn your Kais on this guy. He has a farmable super attack. So if you pick him up, you might not use him a lot, so you don't have to worry about using Kais on him. I've noticed a couple of my friends talk about, like, when they pick up a unit, they just boost their super attack right away. And if you're not going to use the unit, that kind of defeats the point, because he can just kind of sit there and be your trophy to look at, like, oh, I was lucky enough to pull him, and you don't have to burn Kais to do it. So if you pull this guy and these events are not back, the Curse of the Sleeping Rubies or Princesses or whatever. Actually, I think they are coming back. But if they're not, or if you don't want to put in the work to actually farm them right now, just hold on to that Goku, wait until this unit comes back, and then you can farm his super attack this way, because this is a great way to do this for free. So I don't know why anyone would not want to do that, but you know, there's some people who just don't want to Dokkan responsibly. I'm calling you guys out.
You suck!
Up next, we've got the Angel Golden Frieza, the Resurrected Warriors lead. I think he's still the strongest. Yeah, he is still the strongest. The Tech Broly is the LR version. This guy's still the strongest. 170% attack and defense, HP 130. He's great for both super and extreme teams. Unfortunately, super teams, you do lose some attack because of his passive. So if you're running Universe 7, he kind of hurts you. But if you're running a Wicked Bloodline or just an extreme team in general, you're just fine. And his passive is amazing. He's also great for Super Battle Road. And then we have the other unit that could possibly have the top spot as far as the next best unit aside from the headliners, which is the Meta Cooler. Wicked Bloodlines lead, 170% across the board for Wicked Bloodlines. Causes immense damage, lowers attack and defense, 80% for both attack and defense, plus an additional attack, plus 10% with each attack received, up to 70. So he can go up to 150 and 80 split. Recovers 70%. Recovers 7% HP at the end of the turn in which the attack was received. Core appears at 50%. Basically, he transforms. And when he transforms, does he do anything specifically? Well, he greatly raises attack for one turn and then causes destructive damage. That's not something that you see too often. I think most giant form abilities just result in destructive damage. This guy greatly raises attack for one turn and then causes destructive damage. So, if you're able to get at least 2 super attacks in a 3-turn cycle, if you're able to get 2 super attacks in a 3-slot turn, you could do some pretty devastating damage depending on the enemy you're fighting. So, he is good. I have him. He's also got a free farmable super attack. I believe this event is coming back as well. If the event is coming back, I highly recommend you go do this. This is the free-to-play version for the Meta Cooler. He also leads his own team, so if this event, I think it's coming back. Farm all these guys out. Farm all these guys out. This is one of the most fun free-to-play teams, in my opinion. It's also very satisfying to look at, seeing all of the different units. There's 6 units to farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Cooler Squadron, the clones or whatever. And then their head honcho, which is this guy. You can farm out his super attack for himself and then boost his super attack of your AGL version. So a lot of farming. There's a lot of options here to save your Kais, people. So this campaign is going to be very fun, and it's going to take a lot of time for people to really get the most out of it. And then finally, the last unit that is showing up on this banner is going to be the Physical Cooler, the Physical Type Leader, Extreme Type, Ki +3, 120% across the board. He basically does the thing that I mentioned before, where he has a basic passive, he increases his attack and defense by 100%, but then he launches an additional attack which has a chance to become a super. That is just Cooler 101. That's just what Cooler does, and when you compound that with the fact that he causes immense damage and greatly lowers defense, he can tend to do some pretty decent damage. So he is the final unit to round out the banner, and I overall like it. This is a good banner. Personally, I have everything to gain from every single one of these units. Not one of them is rainbowed. I will rainbow if I pick up a copy of him. If I pick up a copy of this guy, I think I rainbow him, and I think that's it. So this is going to be a very profitable banner for me. Even if I don't pick up the Cooler, I will still have a lot to gain. If you were on the fence about summoning on any banner before the 5-year, make an argument for this one. So that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited for on this banner aside from Cooler. Obviously, everyone wants Cooler. Aside from Cooler, who do you want the most? Is it the Cooler gang? Is it Namek Goku? Meta Cooler? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click that notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.